Hey, what's up? This is DJ Prostyle.
And this is Penny Dellas.
And this is Teach Me Something.
Brought to you by Berkeley College.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the first official live podcast taping for Teach Me Something. Woohoo! I am Carolyn Whitman. I'm the Vice President of Sales and your host for this evening, so thank you so much for joining us. I have the pleasure of working on the Berkeley College partnership along with my counterparts of Jill and Victoria and really bringing this to life in so many different ways. Working with Penny, she is just such an innovative marketer, really disrupting, challenging us, bringing new things to the table. So when she said she needed to brainstorm for their new partnership, we were like all in. We're like, sign us up, we're ready, here we go, let's do this. Never did we think that those crazy, wild ideas would come to life in such a beautiful way and bring us to this room today. Prostyle, I remember sitting down with him, Penny meeting him for the first time, and us being like, hey, what do you think about a podcast? Pro, being who he is, was like, I'm in, let's do this. As the two of them started talking and really building their relationship, the passion, the synergy, the chemistry, the connection, it just came to life, and it came to life in such a beautiful way. When people listen to podcasts, they listen to learn something. It's a destination for, shaking your head right there, it is a destination for connection, community, education, so what a perfect fit for Berkeley College. As Penny and Pro started to build that momentum and build the podcast, that passion really showed through. And tonight, we're so excited for every single person in this room to share that passion with us. So with that, I welcome Penny and Pro to come to the stage. And I am going to pass it on over to the two of them to really invite you into their space tonight in such an authentic, beautiful way. Penny and Pro, you take it from here.
Look at Carolyn. She's a pro at this.
What a
Take
pro.
my job.
I
What's up, everybody? How you feeling? Everybody's good?
Yes,
Penny, you ready?
I think so.
We were going to come up the stairs, but then the way I'm out of shape right now, I would have been like, so, are you ready?
Your health journey, my shoes, it was a no.
All right, well.
Thank you.
We're already recording, so first of all, let's
Yes.
welcome everybody to Teach Me Something.
Yes!
Yes, our first ever live episode.
Yeah.
I go by the name of DJ Prostyle.
Penny Dellas.
Yes, shout out to Berkeley College, and
Yes.
this has been amazing.
Yes, welcome. We tend to talk a lot at the beginning until we find our groove.
We're never scripted, by the way.
It's
We
the
just
power of the
freestyle.
edit. We can just cut things out, so don't mind us. Speak
Yes.
freely. We're all en casa right now, entre
Yes,
familia,
yes.
so
So where do we begin?
so this is where we
So
always
normally,
start.
like,
So
you
are
would
you
have,
going to
like-
start? We have a script. Today we don't
Yeah.
have one.
Normally, let me tell you how the podcast goes. The whole week, Penny sends out these amazing emails, amazing emails,
Which you
by the
don't
way.
read.
But I've heard that they're amazing, so I just want to
They
say
are
they're
amazing.
amazing emails
Yes.
where she goes through the whole episode, breaks down questions, everything. Then I show up to the episode and I
Right.
sit down and I do what I'm doing now. It's just like,
Yeah.
so what are we doing?
He's like, so what are we doing? Well, there's a script in front of you, Pro.
there?
Is there? Okay.
They're like, is there? I didn't see it. No, but this,
I love it.
That's
But
what makes it great.
Yeah, but we do just want to talk about what the podcast is. Carolyn gave a beautiful intro. I think
Yes.
she should just take over the podcast, in my opinion.
Carolyn.
Shout out to Carolyn Whitman. She does not get enough credits for the powerhouse of creativity that she is. She's the mastermind behind everything you see here. So thank you so much, Carolyn.
Shout out to Victoria, too. Victoria's
Right.
very hands-on with us. She has to deal with us. I feel bad
Yep.
for Victoria.
And
She has
with
to
that,
deal
there are a couple of other names behind the scenes
Steve,
that
everybody.
no one ever sees. We have Victoria, our rep with Berkeley College,
with- Yes.
standing in the back. She does not want to be on camera.
She wants to be on camera.
She doesn't want to be on camera.
She's
We
good.
have
She-
Jill, who's our project manager, somewhere here. Shout out to Jill. There's Jill. We also have Liam, who does AV. There's Liam coming down the stairs. For those of you listening on audio.
Yes.
Right? Liam gives us signals of you're talking too much, move it along. It's
He
great.
starts going like this, like, come on.
Yeah, like he holds up the phone with the
Yeah,
time
with
and
the time.
everything. We also have our Berkeley College intern Alexis here somewhere. There we go. Shout out to Alexis, interning with us. And then we have our beautiful media team. We have Yaniel somewhere around here. We have Francis. We have Jesus and we have Pachote. So that is the team behind the podcast. And then there's all of the hours that we decided what? I edit, you take credit, right? That's how it goes.
Listen, this teamwork makes the dream work, you know?
I know, right? But we do want to give a shout out to our Berkeley College designer, Samantha Horning, who's here today, who created this beautiful graphic behind us. So shout out to Samantha. We love all of our people. Thank you to the entire community at Berkeley, at iHeart. We did not mention Peter. Peter, we apologize. He gets upset when
without him.
He's our producer.
Yeah.
So he does, he listens to us ramble and do all of the things. So that's our team here. So shout out to the team. But this podcast is very near and dear to both of us. Mm-hmm. This is something that, Pro, how many podcasts were you asked to do before this one?
Yeah, I've never done a podcast, right?
Yeah.
So I never felt the need to get into podcasting or anything like that, So when Carolyn approached me with it and explained the idea, I was like, I love that idea. Yeah, anything that's going to be positive and spread awareness and give and highlight individuals and their journeys, I'm all in for. So once we talked about it, it was just a great idea.
We had the vibe check.
Yeah.
We passed the vibe check.
Yeah.
We're like,
and I remember the first time we sat down and we talked about the podcast, you were kind of talking about...
Was it after your show? 'Cause it was late.
I just remember saying, you're going to be on the podcast too, right?
Yeah. I said, no, I'm just executive producing. He goes, no, if you're not doing it, I'm not doing it.
I was like,
so,
you have to be on the podcast
thank
also.
Thank you, Pro, for the platform. I appreciate you.
No, and thank you for putting it together. So it's been great. It's been incredible. And hopefully you guys have checked out some of the episodes. We have some amazing ones lined up as well.
Some of them are in here.
Some of the people from the episodes are here.
Yes.
Some amazing people. Go check out their stories. And
yes. I mean, listen, it's the power of storytelling. Mm-hmm. And we aspire to inspire others. So the mission of Berkeley College is to empower others through education, right? One of our many missions that we have. And the student always comes first. So it's really about inspiring our community. And that extends beyond Berkeley College. That extends to our ethnic communities, that extends to our city communities, our iHeart community, right? We're embarking almost 20 years, right? If Bernie were here, he would say so, of partnership with iHeart, and we wanted to do something innovative that Carolyn touched on, and this was beyond innovation. It's the first of its kind, and you were so gracious to take this on. He's like,
and look where we're at now.
Yeah, this is where we were talking backstage. We're podcasters now. This is who we are.
Yeah, we're a podcast. I just created a new so hashtag Podcast Pro from now on. Just
there you go. It's the new hashtag. So we are going to speak a little bit about what we've embarked on, what we've had with different guests, and we are going to provide all of you with a chance to ask us questions and flip the script a little bit.
Which is actually a new segment that we started
segment
on the podcast.
Shout out to Javon Parker, our alum who's here from Sony Music. He created the segment by mistake on the podcast.
Yeah, it went from teach me something to ask me something.
So that's the segment
we're
going to do
today.
today.
So we'll do ask me something later.
It started with Javon. Just saying.
Yeah.
Episode launched this week. Actually, it dropped. So go listen to his episode. It's very inspiring.
So what has been some of your highlights or one of your favorite moments so far on the podcast?
I like the behind the scenes.
And don't say anything that I'm going to say, okay?
Okay. Well. Because you take my stories, Pro.
Maybe you should have asked me first. No, I'm playing.
I should have asked you.
Yeah, go ahead,
first,
ask me.
No, I'm not going to ask you.
I just want to let everybody know I like the behind the scenes stuff.
I like the behind the scenes. We do, so we'll tell you how the episodes go. So we intro the guest comes in, we speak about their journey, how it led to where they are today, and we end each episode with one question. At Berkeley College, we ask our students, in one word, describe what Berkeley College means to you. So we flipped it on the podcast, and we ask every guest, if you could articulate in one word what you would like your legacy to be, what word would that be? And we have not had any repeats yet.
Everybody said a different word, which is amazing.
Yeah, the most powerful one to me was Sean Paul.
Greatness?
Greatness.
Shout out to Sean Paul, too.
Yeah, shout out to Sean Paul.
One of our first guests on the podcast, and we're going to have a lot more as like him with his story. And he got so deep, and it's funny because, and this is how you know how great Penny is, right? I've interviewed Sean Paul probably like 10 times. He's like a brother to me. And Penny started asking questions that I didn't even know about. And I started learning things about him after. I was like, really, man, you never told me that.
I know. What was it? From water polo
From water polo. And his father being locked up.
And you said he played water polo?
Even though I had one of the biggest moments with Sean Paul on the internet where we talked about his name how he doesn't say Sean or Paul.
That's true.
Yeah. Which some people are like, what do you mean? It's like, whatever.
Yeah. He's proud of his viral moment,
His
so
viral,
we give him the
his viral.
space to live in that every single time we record.
We need a viral moment for this. We talked about
Well,
you
the
tripping,
viral
remember, on
moment
the way
was
out,
you
but
told me
didn't
to
wanna do it?
trip, but
Yeah, you didn't wanna
I
do
couldn't do it. I couldn't. No, I couldn't do it. But you could.
Yeah, I could.
All right, we could do that next time.
Do it later.
So what was your greatest word?
Well, not word, but just Sean Paul. You know, hearing the
Yeah.
stories, like Sean Paul, like I said, who's a friend and he's like family to me. Hearing his whole journey and what he's been through in life, and how education played such a major role in him growing up and getting into music. Crystal, you know, being
Yes,
somebody
love.
from the radio background, we
Yep.
had a lot in common in her journey and everything she's been through to get to where she's at today, from the bottom up. From
Yep.
you know, a lot of people in this industry start as interns
Yeah.
and work their way up from the bottom up. I mean, me myself, I started literally DJing from, you know, in my bedroom and garages and parties to, you know, to where I'm at today. So hearing these stories, everybody has an amazing journey. There's no one particular individual I would highlight more than another. Everyone's story is their own, and I just love to hear them, and the fact that they come on our podcast and share them, and hopefully that motivates somebody listening or watching. That's what it's all about over here.
I love that. And for those who don't know, because you love sharing, at what age did you start DJing, bro?
I definitely like 12 or 13. You know, when you're that old, you don't
What did
kinda,
you DJ?
Well, I DJ'd my middle school party.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I graduated from, or not graduated, right? But when I went from, you know, from whatever,
Middle school to high
from
school.
8th grade to 9th grade,
Yeah.
I DJ'd that party. So, you know, what are you like at that age? Oh, I'm sorry, middle school. When I was going to middle school.
Middle school.
No, middle school going
12.
to. Yeah, exactly. 12 or
Yeah.
13, exactly.
12, 13, yeah.
So it's been a long journey.
And now you're a podcaster.
And now I'm podcast pro.
Yeah. You were a DJ, I managed DJs, and now look at us.
There we go.
That's right. Shout out to some of those
Yes.
DJs that are here today in the
Shout out to my DJs, artists that are here today. That's right.
Yes, we love it. I also loved, because it was just your reaction during the whole episode, was when we had Dr. Melissa Baralt, who teaches social sciences at Berkeley. You were just like jotting down all of these taglines to tell your kids later.
Oh, yeah. She's like the gem dropper.
Yeah, about genealogy and what was
Drops,
it?
there would be too
Why
many microphones to drop for her.
ordinary
Yeah, yeah.
if you can be
Extraordinary. Yeah.
What was it she said? Just put a little...
She's here. Maybe we'll just bring her up here and
Why be ordinary when you can be extraordinary? All you need is a little extra effort.
there you go.
I love it. Yes. So is there anything we did not touch on before we open it up to the audience?
Well, what do you have planned for us? Because I know you have like a schedule and everything already planned.
You know there is. You know there's a schedule. My type A personality.
We're going to definitely have some more, we have some other friends, some celebrity
Yes,
friends
we
that we've been
do.
talking to that are going to be coming on the show to tell their stories. Some more family right here in the iHeart building. I know
Yep.
Angie Martinez is going to be getting on an episode really soon.
Yeah. We're going to get Maxwell.
Maxwell's
on
going
an
to come up
episode.
here.
Yep.
You know, Wendy Wiles, I was with her
Yep.
earlier. She says she can't wait to come up here.
Amazing.
You know, I know my man Eddie G has a family here today. Eddie G is an entrepreneur in Jersey who owns Barcode as well as a lot of other
Love it.
venues and things. He wants to come up here and talk about his journey,
Love it.
entrepreneurship, and we just know so many people that are going to come up here.
We
It's
have a
just
couple
going
of
to be
people.
it's going to
I
be a
put-
great
yep.
great
I'm
thing.
going to put some people on the spot. We have Gisela here, who produces for Gayle King on CBS. So we're going to invite her to come down. Look at her hiding behind her phone. We see you,
Yeah.
Gisela.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I was talking to Taylor Swift earlier. She said she's going to, I'm just playing.
don't toy with the audience's emotions, pro. But no, we have a lot of friends and family, and we can't wait to share the platform with you all for you to aspire to inspire
That's
our
right.
community.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to flip it to the audience to ask some questions. Victoria and Jill have mics. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, we have one.
And you had some questions off the internet, right? Somebody?
The internet?
Or
Yes,
tweets?
Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Whatever. Okay. Or, is that the kind of energy we're gonna flip to? Because I'm ready. at
well,
all
you know,
times.
let them see what we don't keep in the edit
Oh no,
on
we
the
can't
podcast.
do that. Yeah.
Just cut it all out at this point.
Everyone who's been on the podcast understands what we do before.
Yeah, we
start
see you, Juju.
rolling. Super spicy. All right.
Hi, I guess I'm the first question.
Hi.
I'm Danny. If you guys could be on any podcast, like literally anyone, What's your dream podcast to be on?
Besides this one, right?
Yeah,
Any
besides
other
this
one?
I'd be on Drink Champs.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Drink
an
Champs,
avenue.
which I might end up doing, actually, Nori's family.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
My man Nori's family.
Oh, cool. I'm going to go with nostalgia. There's a lot of rewatch podcasts. So, Scott Patterson has the Gilmore Girls rewatch, right? Jill's like, yes. There's the Drama Queens, right? They're in their last season for One Tree Hill. So I would go like one of the Pod Meets World, one of those, 90s rewatch.
Okay.
Don't look at me that way. You want to drink?
I wanna
watch a show.
Okay, whatever. That was a good one.
Well, like, we're not going to choose a murder podcast,
You wanna get one of-
That would
like-
be weird.
A what?
One of the murder podcasts,
Yeah. Or one of
Victoria listens to those. She talks about them all the
the. Or
time.
one of the ones that
Yeah.
talk about like aliens and things like that. That would be kind of
We're
crazy.
not getting into that today.
I'll be on Drink Champs, by the way. So.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
We have Sonrisa Rum in the building, actually, Fat Joe's line. So
There we go.
we're going to do some Drink
Shout out
Champs
to Fat
later.
Joe. We gotta get Fat Joe up here too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Paulina Lopez here, the CEO and founder of The Business of We.
Yeah.
And I wanted to jot it down because I knew you were going to need questions. So, how do you balance drawing out personal stories from high-profile guests, all while keeping the conversation relatable for everyday listeners?
Pro's looking at me because I create the scripts.
Yeah.
So we connect one way or the other, whether it's through trials and tribulations or whether it's through a triumph, or, I spoke about my health issues on my episode, and that resonates with some people. So at the end of the day, it's not so much about your role and what you currently do, it's the person behind that.
Yeah,
and
it's your
how does that
story.
impact your role, yeah.
100%. And we're all the same at the end of the day, So.
We're all humans.
Absolutely.
Be a good one.
Everyone has a great story.
Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine Nunez, and I have a question for you guys. My question is, what's the most valuable lesson that you guys have learned during this journey, of creating this podcast? Teach me something.
It goes back, for me, it's almost the same answer to most of these questions, which is everyone has their own journey. And it all started somewhere to get to wherever they're at. And we've even had people and we're gonna get more people who are not where they wanna be yet, and talk to them about where they're at in life and what that journey's like as they go through it. So for me, it's just understanding that everyone has their own thing going on. What you do, it could be different from what somebody else does, but ultimately everyone's trying to, become successful and exceed in whatever they're trying to do in life, whatever it is.
I love it. That was such a powerful answer. I was gonna not answer that.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say time management, people. Coming to record 2 episodes plus content plus TikToks.
That's what you learned
it's
from talking to everybody?
No. She said during the journey.
Yeah. You've learned that you have to talk
So-
fast?
No, I would say yes. And number 2, no, all fun and games. I think it's we're all different people and we all do things completely differently. So working with a team of 5 to 7 people and recording 2 different episodes a day, where Pro's like, let's take it a little bit slower and not rush it.
Where Liam's like,
Liam's looking at us like, don't mention me, please. And Liam's like, come on, 20 minutes. There he goes, running out. But no, it's been fun. We got you on TikTok, so hey, my job is done.
There it is.
Marketing at its finest. There we go. LinkedIn's next.
Because I believe in manifestation. Who is your dream guest and why? And separately, what is your pump-up song to get ready for the podcast?
Oh, the bump up song.
it's definitely Eye of the Tiger for me.
Is it? I've never heard you listen to that ever.
Dun, 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 dun. That's why
No,
I kick
know
in the door.
Song. I've just never.
Remember the time I kicked the door in for the
When
studio
was
and,
that?
and I hit you with it because you were standing on the other side? No, I'm just playing.
I remember the time where I kicked the door and you weren't there, but Maxwell was.
Nah, I was off.
For those who have seen.
Who shows up on a Sunday? But go ahead. You can answer this
Well,
one first.
Pro plays "Shake It to the Max" for me when I'm not when I'm not alert.
That's the song?
But no, I was "Hold On" by Wilson Phillips is always my pump up song. No matter if I'm having a bad day, whatever it is. Those who know. It just I was like, yep, I love that. So I know I'm such a white girl, but yeah, hold on by Wilson Phillips. And who is the dream guest? We actually answered this question.
Did we?
On Javon's episode. And you had said it's not about the guest, it's about the story.
No. Oh, yeah. But go ahead. We'll get to mine. Who's yours?
Well, you thought you were my dream guest.
Oh, no.
That
You
wasn't.
said, we actually posted that just now
Yeah,
on Instagram.
it was the real.
He asked, who's your dream
Well, I
guest?
looked
And
at
she
you to
looked at
answer
me.
first.
And I said, oh. You know,
I'm here already.
I'm here already.
You
know?
got me, boo.
But
Don't
okay.
worry. All right. All right.
I actually don't. So I think for me, it's what I'd like to do is get somebody in the very early stages on the show, right?
Yes.
Somebody, whether it's an intern or somebody who has goals set, and talk to them, and then talk to them again in 6 months, and then talk to them again in 6 months after that, and talk and
We want
follow
transformation.
their journey
Yeah.
and their transformation. That would be awesome for me. As far as guests, obviously I've been in the radio for a long time, so I've talked to a lot of people. I don't have really anybody in mind. There's just really touching. What I like about this podcast is it allows us to talk to so many different people in different fields, whether you're a musician or whether you're in the clothing line industry or whether you're, whatever. You could be anything, and I think that's what makes this platform so amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get emotional and just say my dad. I lost my dad 15 years ago, so if I could have my dream guest, it would be my dad and ask him what he thinks of this.
He's very proud. He's very proud.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right.
Oh, right there?
Oh,
Right.
hi.
Oh.
Forget it.
Juju's episode drops next week, y'all.
Hi, I'm Juju.
He's like, let me sit back.
No, the question is for the future, right? So
Yes.
sometimes we start a project and don't understand how it can manifest to grow, right? Without proper training or like direct vision, or you know what I mean? So ideally the question is, where do you see this going, or where would you like it to go? Like, do you see yourselves touring? Is this gonna be like during concerts or like, on tour with Prostyle, if you're doing that now, how do you see it growing in that aspect where like it can or cannot be that big?
So I am going to pass that question to my lovely co-host, TJ Prostyle, who does the A&R for all of the festivals at iHeartMedia. So, all right.
Not the iHeart Music Festival, which I'm the official DJ for. I just want to
There
throw
you
that out
go.
there. But,
Shameless
so
plug.
that's just in Vegas. Anyway, no, I think to continue to have amazing guests on the show, to tell their stories, their journey is going to be obviously key to what we do, because we have to have that foundation of what people want to expect, right? I think, look, we're here today with you guys, right? I didn't,
we came
when
out of
filmed,
the studio booth.
When we decided to do the podcast, it's funny, I was sitting with Carolyn inside, and I was like, I remember when you called me like, hey, what do you think about doing a podcast? And I was like, well, I don't do podcasts, but then we talked about it, and look at us here today, right? So you kind of could never know where it's going to go, but we do have some connections and ideas of things we're going to do. We're going to definitely take it outside of just the studio. We're going to be doing some stuff real soon, hopefully in Times Square. We're going to be shooting some live episodes out in different areas. There's some artists I've talked to that, even though they're harder to get them to come here, we could go to them. So I know a lot of artists that we could go to their studios or their houses, and record stuff. So I think taking the podcast on the road is definitely something that will happen. But the story and what we're putting out will be the same, pretty much.
I love it. And we are going to film an episode at Berkeley College at our
Yes.
Midtown campus in October. So that's going to be amazing. Pro just found out.
That's awesome. Right? That's great. Thank you. Thanks for letting me
You're
go.
welcome. It's in the emails.
Oh, yeah, I
Okay.
saw that one. Your amazing emails.
Yes.
Penny's the type, by the way, who just keeps adding on to an email chain. So if you
Because
miss
you
like,
keep everything with
so if
one
you miss the
subject
first
per
30,
thread. David's laughing. He knows. You
Yeah.
keep
If-
everything with one topic.
if you miss the first 32 emails, it's almost impossible to know what she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Look, everyone here who
okay,
works for the
whole
podcast
team.
is like,
all right.
exactly.
Well, you know what? It's
Sometimes I'm like, just text
documented.
me.
Well, it's documented. You have your meeting minutes. There's where my corporate
Oh my
hat comes
God.
on. So
Okay.
now you can't say it's
now,
not there.
yeah. There you
All
go.
right. See all my educators. Yes.
Never,
With all respect, I do
never
screen-
trust somebody who says it's documented,
I do.
okay? All right?
Listen.
That's all I know.
Listen. I do screenshot and text them to you. So he'll be like,
She's
I
one
saw
of
you
those
sending
people.
Stuff. What is it?
Never send anything to Penny. She will screenshot it. She's probably the type who like presses
Stop.
record on the calls. You know, you can record your phone calls.
I do not. Steve's here somewhere. He screenshots our DMs on Instagram. Where's Steve?
See?
President of New York. He's
don't trust
somewhere in
Penny.
there. That's dangerous. And you get the notifications on Instagram that someone screenshots.
Really?
Then you got to wonder, what did they screenshot?
Wait,
Because it doesn't
so
tell you.
if somebody screenshots something on Instagram,
Yes.
so if I screenshot it, they got.
Yes. I know.
You know how many times I've
So you're
screenshotted?
talking about me, and you're like, oh.
Well, I'll be like, send me your
Evidence.
number, and the artist will send me their
Evidence.
number to call me, and I screenshot it so I don't lose it.
Yeah, no, they can see you.
So they're like, he's a weirdo.
Yeah, you're a stalker.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, everyone. This is Maria Rivera. Excited to be here.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Felicidades.
Thank you.
So my question is, I was just at Renard, and I was doing a session there for the international students.
Yes.
So it's a question for the future. Will you have this podcast in different languages?
Well, unfortunately, I could barely speak English. So, you know, I would love to have it. I mean, Penny over here could speak, you know, Spanish, Greek, you know, whatever.
You know, un poquito. Well, we do, you know, I add some stuff in there once in a while, some Spanglish.
Little Spanglish, yeah, we could
Little
definitely kick
Spanglish.
it.
We can do Spanglish, you know. I could do it all in Spanish. You could do it in English.
Absolutely. I
You-
can understand it perfectly.
Yeah.
And Greek too, right?
Sure.
There we go.
Okay.
And Arabic and
No te
what other
pases.
language?
No te, we'll bring in your wife for
You'll
that.
bring my wife for
part.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live in a super
Yeah.
bilingual house, and I'm the only
But
one
you know
who
what?
speaks English.
That's a good point. Perhaps what we could do is do captions in Spanish for our Spanish audience.
Isn't there like an AI tool where we could just run the podcast through and it'll just spit
Yes,
it out in a different
Liam,
language?
somewhere here, he can do that.
What?
Hi, co-host.
Hi.
What's up?
Great.
Go Knights.
So my question is, are you hiring? No, I'm kidding.
Are you what?
Are you
So
hiring?
my question is a two-parter, and I guess
He's not really kidding though.
He
Like,
said a two-prong
I
question.
know.
No, he's not.
it's a two-parter, and I want
Okay.
one of you to answer it and the other one to answer the other one. So my two-parter is, if you can give advice to someone who's just starting into college, what would that be? And someone who's leaving college, what would that be? So you can decide which one you want to choose.
You want me to answer both of those?
I'm looking at Liam. I can't. He was covering his hand. Well, you'd probably answer the going into college answer better.
Just take the first step. And that applies to anything you do in life. It's very difficult to take that first step. We tend to be our greatest judge and jury. We tend to be our greatest obstacle in our lives, and we overthink things. And it's easy for us to give advice to others to do, right? It's better to tell than do. But just take the first step. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just leap. Do it.
Yeah, and for me, my one advice I'd give to everybody in any field is just to build relationships. I think in any career you go into, any job, anything, it's all about, you know, as you get further into whatever field you're going to be in, having good relationships is the most important thing. I treat, you know, it's a saying, and, you know, it's a cliche, but, you know, I literally treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO of the company.
100%.
And that's just how I am. I treat everybody the same. And I really think one of the reasons I've gone as far as I've gone is I've never burnt a bridge in my life.
Yeah.
You know, any bridge that burnt came from the other side. But
So
nonetheless.
you didn't burn it.
Huh?
You didn't
No,
burn it.
no, because
Let's
you know.
reframe that. People come into your life for a reason or a season. It was just no longer their season.
Yeah, you don't got to go so deep into
There
it.
you
okay?
go.
But
Okay.
anyway, just building great relationships is the most important thing, I think, in any
Yeah.
company, in any business, anything.
And what's the thing that you always say we both do?
Talk too much?
Well, yeah, but always look someone in their eyes.
Oh, yeah,
Speak
looking
to them,
somebody,
kind of
when you're
respect,
talking
yes.
to somebody, yeah, absolutely. Something I learned at a young age. I think we have time. They're saying for one more question. Wow, this went by fast.
One more question.
Can you guys join us every week? Because when it's just
Liam,
me and
let's
her,
do
it's like,
three
bro.
more. Let's do three.
I have a comment. First of all, I want to say we, the Berkeley family, are so proud of you. This is amazing. And we love you too, Pro. No te ponga jelly. But what I want to say is, in the era where diversity is being challenged, what you guys are doing is you're opening a window and you're teaching us to embrace our diversity. And I just want to say, on behalf of everyone who's listened, tuned in, shared, followed, keep liking them, keep sharing them, and God bless and keep it up.
Thank you. Shout out to Dr. Burrell. Any other questions? Oh. All right, Jay Camillo. recording artist in the building. All right, let's go.
Thank you. Jay Camillo. Thank you, Penny. Okay, so with your podcast and a bit that I've been able to watch is Teach Me Something. So my question is, if there was something that you wish that would have been taught to you earlier in your career, what would it be?
Save your money.
I was going to say financial literacy.
I think financial, I swear.
Yes,
For me,
financial literacy.
yeah, financial stuff is definitely the key. I always say, I wish I knew this, when, and it comes, every family's different, but you have to take your own responsibility moving forward to with my kids, it's one thing me and my wife always talk about. We're gonna teach them from credit to investments to saving money to, to everything from the minute they understand what it is. And that's gonna be a real young age. So that's one thing. How about you? You gonna try to copy my whole answer?
I wasn't just doing the Kermit.
The what?
The T.
What?
I'll send you the video later. No, financial literacy is extremely important. As first generation American, we did not have that, tying into higher education, right? So my dad was very about the numbers, and I remember the first time I asked for money, which I hardly ever did, was to buy a yearbook, and he asked me for a business plan. Like, why should I invest this money into a book? What is the benefit you're gonna get out of that? And that's when I was first introduced in high school to that. But I will say that in secondary education, we did not have a financial advisor. We had a guidance counselor that barely guided. So going to Berkeley College, having financial literacy courses and having a financial advisor that actually sat down and said, this is what it is, bring me your taxes, bring me your books, you have a business, let me take a look, and really investing that time with you one-on-one that they didn't have to, but doing that hand-holding and teaching you was pivotal in my life, even as a non-traditional student going and owning a business. So it was very enlightening. So I would say financial literacy. And now you can go on YouTube and learn things, but make sure that the person is credited, certified in something. Don't just believe everything you see on the internet.
We're definitely going to bring some great people up here to speak about that on this podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The people have spoken. Financial literacy. All right, one more, because Liam's giving me the look.
How you doing? My name is Bear Essentials, and I'm an independent artist, and I wanted to know what would be the advantage for an independent artist as myself to be a part of something like Teach Me Something podcast.
Well, being an artist and getting on any platform is what you really should be inspiring to do, right? So getting on Teach Me Something or any podcast, if I was an artist and I met another artist, I don't know, right here, downstairs, and we talked about the same thing, today's era, right? Today's, I come from where there wasn't, social media and other ways to put your music out and to put out your artistry, right? You had to do it by hand or physically get out there, print flyers. I remember I used to go cut my own flyers for parties and pass them out. So now that we have all these different platforms, you just got to use them all. There should be no platform that you're not using, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or all of them that are out there, Snapchat, and whatever else is left. I only do one thing, right? But
why do you have to look at me that way, though?
Because that's what you do. But yes,
Twitter. Okay.
So getting on like a podcast like Teach Me Something or any other podcast that they invite you to or that you could get on to, I would get on there and spread awareness for yourself. Let everybody know what you're doing. Put your music out everywhere it could be heard. And get your message out. That's what I would say. What's up?
No, it was good, what you said.
Thanks.
Brand awareness. It's top funnel brand awareness. Or the marketer is coming out. Top funnel. Look at your funnel. Look right now on your social media platforms. You can see if you have Meta for Business, right? If you have it hooked up to your IG and your Facebook. This is a free consultation. Then go to other platforms are separate. They have their own analytics. So if you go to your profile, you go into your analytics, you can look at your demographics, break it down by country, by city, interactions versus engagements, and see where your listeners are. Where are they consuming your content from? And then you can do a little bit of research into that market and cater to that consumer where they're coming from. But brand awareness is always going to help you.
This is the manager side of her coming out.
There you go.
I'm just like, spread the message. She's like, you got to go into analytics. Well, thank you guys. This has been incredible. This is it's a launch party, so today was a great day. Thank you guys for coming out here and spending this incredible moment with us.
Thank you all for joining us on Teach Me Something.
I am DJ Prostyle.
And I'm Penny Dellas.
Presented by
Berkeley College.
We never do that, by the way.
Hey, thanks for listening. Tune in next week
for an all-new episode of Teach Me Something.
brought to you by Berkeley College.